We're switching up decks here. It is now Amber Steel versus Bolello. Kahuna cooked up this sweet Amber Steel Aliens deck, and I told him I have to play this. So you play some Bolello. I want to play this Amber Steel Aliens deck because all I want to do is turn the Grand Councilwoman sideways and gain an infinite amount of lore. It's not actually infinite, but it says +1 lore for all of your aliens. And so we're going to just try to set up ourselves in a way where we can just hit him with the lore hammer. We're going to start off with a Lilo, the little Lilo that also quests for 2 if you have a Stitch in play. It's harder to see because these foils are not showing up great on camera, and it's something that we're learning. But they look great in person, so, you know, it's hard to say. What do we do? Do we do it for ourselves? Do we do it for the camera? You tell us. Aurora hits the table. So does Stitch, requesting for 2. Just like that, we're on the board. Aurora has no threat to this Lilo, as I believe this Lilo is also a 1/3. Maybe it's a 1/2, but I think it's a 1/3. Kind of cracked. Stats be wild. Bolello got the sale. Now we're questing with Gigi. Questing with Gigi is backup. Kahuna into his 4 ink turn. Lands a Cinderella with the help of the Aurora quest. Didn't actually need it. Probably even could have inked and then just played the Eilonwy, because the Eilonwy would have been free. Looks like they're inking for Cinderella. Draw. Might be a missed opportunity to play that Eilonwy for free. We'll see if it's relevant later down the road. We don't know what's in his hand, so it could have been better for them not to worry about it. Two more bodies. It looks like we got our very first. Yep, that's a Grand Councilwoman for Sherzies. That's going to give all of our aliens +1 lore when they quest. Grand Councilwoman also an alien, so it would affect other Grand Councilwomans. Kahuna on 5 ink just spent 2 for a Visions, probably looking for another princess. Finds a Kita. Now they should be inking for turn, inking for Cinderella by hitting princess, and that should put them at 8 ink the next turn, and then we're in danger. Then we're in danger of the Righteous Storm. Yep. Let's see if we can dodge a storm. We have to respect the storm at the very least, and we can't target this Kita. So here's our quest for 1 to be able to give everybody a +2. So we're going to get 7 lore out of this turn. Cinderella can't challenge. John Silver, also an alien. Probably just trying to figure out what to ink. Uh-oh, we have a challenge. Kahuna challenges with Akita. We're dodging the storm. It doesn't look like there is anything inkable. It's going to be really down tempo for them. Probably going to crash into something here. No, they choose not to. They're going to ink for Cinderella, and send it back. We're doing the ink cards face up just for ourselves because we're testing. They're not necessarily, that's not the way to play it. Normally you would just ink straight down, but we are moving past that. Looks like we're going to clear as much of the board as we can. Quest for 2. Pushing to 17. Probably a better choice to just go to 19 as we believe we're going to get stormed here. There's the knuckle bump. We don't have a storm, and we're out of that game. Amber Steel gets lucky. We reset really quickly here. Just kind of did a quick jump frame. So now Blello on the play. Amber Steel, we're still going to try and run out that same Lilo into Stitch. We want to be questing for 2 as soon as possible, as long as possible, because we know that these Blello and green-blue lists, they just want to go ramp, play. So we need to take advantage of that as much as possible and basically turn all of our characters into a daisy so that we can push. We need to push. And they have their Uber start. They have their ramp. They have their Cindy. They're at 5 ink, dropping 6 next turn. Could be seeing a Pete plus a boost next turn. But this is pretty huge, actually. So this is the 3-cost Lilo. No one's really using it right now, but I'm a big fan. It says, when you quest, you may give an alien +2 challenger and may fight readied characters. That's so super duper relevant that, like, actually it's what makes this deck a consideration. Lilo for sure a 1-2. Stitch is a 3-2. Little questy Lilo. Giving Stitch the business. Stitch giving Cindy the business. Oh no, and we're questing and shifting. This is a turn. Oh my goodness. So we just shifted. This is lit. We just shifted the Lilo with the 4 to bring back the dead Stitch that we just yeeted in there. They're going to blow up our board with a quick storm, and it looks like we have basically nothing left in hand, but we do have a Grand Council woman and an alien on the table. So long as we can start to rebuild this board, we might have a fighting chance here. But I don't think that's going to be possible. Blello with the just absolute nuts opener into the storm. That's what they missed in the last game, is they just missed their storm. This time they hit it. You can see the absolute power differences between these two kind of decks. Control versus an aggro. And this aggro not going nearly as fast as it could. Looks like we're opting to ink here. We do have cards that cost 6, 5 and 6 in the deck. So we're probably just trying to set ourselves up so that we have better top decks. Playing another Angel here probably wasn't any value. Our opponent, however, the Kahuna, he's over there just driving the bus. He is just dropping cards in our face. Stitch, Elanwi, drawing. Here's the reason. Now we're at 6. We're playing Lilo. We're going to respect this game and take as many lore off of their board as possible. This is also something that I like to reiterate, is if my opponent is fighting, they're not questing. So for us, if we can stop them, because they have all the tempo, if we can stop them from questing and make them take this easy cake right here, then they're not questing. But they know the trick. Boom. So they don't do anything with their 2 questers other than quest. Just turn it sideways. We're going to rebuild with a little Lilo. Little Lilo. The lonely Lilo that could. But we're staring down 6 lore, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. With the Pete, with the boost. Going 14. With lethal on board. I need a storm of my own or I'm cooked. +2 to the team. Still not enough. These bozos are so thick with it. We're in Scoop Town. We could buy ourselves one more turn, but to get that one more turn, we're going to have to lose all of our characters. Gonna quest for one just for fun. Like I said, if they're fighting, they're not questing, so this might buy us one more turn if they get into an odd number of lore. Gives us a chance to find something. Probably still isn't the right choice because I could have waited one more turn and used that Lilo with the alien effect. But we know this game is lost. We're just letting it all ride out. They take it to 19. They don't care about us. They know we don't have Storm. This game is over. As always, strength off the top. Can I borrow that Storm, I say? He says, of course you can. My man Kahuna. 1-1. Whoever's on the play is the winner so far. Let's see if we take to a game 3. See if it gets any better. We'll jump ahead in a moment. Game 3. So same as before, we're going to start off with our Lilos and try to land into our stitches. So Lilo, stitch, Lilo. Then try to disrupt the board. And then on 4, try to do some shifting nonsense. We do need to dodge the first piece of removal, which will be the Let It Go. And we will need to hope that they don't hit their double ramp. So here's ramp number 1. Kahuna straight to 3 lore, 3 ink. Similar rollout. This time we're adding in the Gantu, the 1 cost 3/3. It's just a big body. It's something that'll be tough for them down the road if they try to land that scuttle and turn sideways on us. We'll have some way to answer it between that and the stitches. We still have a lot of game. This stitch is actually quite impressive. The 2 cost 3/2 with Challenger 3, I believe, if you have a Lilo in play. So Lilo and Stitch kind of playing off each other. Stitch card not seeing any play in Core Constructed as of now. Most likely because of the power level of Angel 4 that allows the players to discard a card and deal 2 damage. So all the X2 characters with 2 willpower, pretty sus right now because everything kind of just gets cooked. Cat as well moves 2 damage. A lot of these things are pretty relevant. They do have the opener of Cindy, but this time it's not Cindy into Cindy. Looks like it's Cindy into Scuttle, but they're taking it back. Probably realizing that if they don't Cindy into Cindy, then they can't get to 8 and they're not doing Storm. So probably just rewinding a little bit here. They almost inked out the Ilanwi, but then I think they realized as well, you don't need the extra toughness. You could walk through half of the boards anyway. Just ink it all. Ink it all. Down comes John Silver to continually... Oh, John Silver was last turn. Just continually add that pressure. There's the quest. Ink. Storm. Blello unable to slow down Amber Steel. That initial lore burst was just a little too much. Into a 3rd Cinderella. This deck needs to get shuffled. We are cooked. Right there. If that's just a Hades, I think this game is winnable. Now this game is way out of control. Play another quester that could potentially quest for 2. Storm again. Not what they want to be doing. Definitely a position where just hitting Hades would be good. Follow up with the Visions, probably, hopefully looking for something. Looking for something. Some help, help, help. This Lilo art just absolutely doing it for us. Rockstar Stitch, just pressure after pressure. Everything basically quest for 2. They don't got it. We walk away with this one. Probably just a misread, misink on the Blello part. It's hard to say, but we'll have to reveal the footage one more time. We'll do that later. Until next time, peace.